Hey people, Injured here, 3v3, Argus Desert Gate Blue Team. It's Death with a Hive Tyrant, a very durable hero that walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Powerful offense, disruption and support begins in melee combat with a basic synapse. I shall call it Alonso. Alongside the Tenso is a Lord Commissar. Strong offense and support, fights in melee combat begins with a refractor shield, can also shoot his own feathers in the head. And rounded off the blue team, Revs with a Farseer, support hero that fights in melee combat, some powerful buffs, debuffs and control abilities up against that Hive Tyrant there. And it's YZ. We've got, I think, Rolando, I'm going to call you. Looks like double Termagants for YZ and double Hormagaunts for Death. Is this the new standard now for Tyranids? Going double Hormagaunts a hell of a lot as the paradigm shifted to this. On the red team, continuing with Lokyo as a Warboss, a melee hero that can walk through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front line, and perpetual anger. All of these walls are pissing him off. Looks like a war banner up early there, the Warboss going after some guardsmen. Lord Commissar really messing up those sluggers. They're going to need to retreat, and they do. Rounding off the teams is Flix with a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Powerful offense and disruption, fights in melee combat. The Iron Warriors elite scheme. Lots of people walking through cover today. Two big old heavyweights on the east side. It's like Flix had to back off because of the double Hormagaunts. Couldn't deal with it, but here comes the second CSM squad. They're going to help out. Warboss couldn't get the decap, runs away. I'm sure he killed a bunch of guardsmen though. This is bad for the Banshees because these are adrenal gland Hormagaunts and they will tear through Banshees even with guide up. Look at that, and support from the Termagants, of course. The Hive Tyrant did a great job disrupting and messing up the Dire Avengers, and those Banshees wipe. Will Revs replace them? Great job by the Hormagaunts there. Early Hormagaunts with those adrenal glands can really mess you up. Farseer is persuaded to leave. This is Rolando. East side is blue. You got some spawn winds up for Death into a Ravener Brood, and YZ with a Warrior Brood. Revs does replace the Howling Banshees. There's Heretics retreating from the terrifying spawn mines. Double CSM just casually jogging back here. Gonna tackle with Hormagaunts. So they just turn and engage, I think. Where's the Chaos Lord? Oh, he's back here chasing. Yeah, turn and engage. Force melee with both of your CSM on those Hormagaunts. Nope. Just scare them off. I mean, a spawn mine detonation isn't that threatening to a Marine squad, I don't think. I guess with the Hormagaunts there as well, it's a bit more dicey, but that was double CSM. I think they could have turned and got into melee and did well. Farseer using her fleet of foot to speed away there. Didn't like the whole bunch of Hormagaunts. Do we see any war gear? Note. First power purchase was the Warrior Brood, and here's the Ravener Brood of Death. They start off with ranged weapons these days. Got to get into the heavy cover. There we go. Can get some shots in. These guys completely out of cover. We do have Havocs up. They won't suppress the Hive Tyrant, but they do a lot of damage with that heavy bolter if he gets close. Are suppressing the Hormagaunts, as you can see. Spawn mines also don't get suppressed. And there's the detonation. Does damage over time these days. Let's go in the mid. The second Banshee squad is going to go down, I think, is it? 10 hit points, 9. Looks like it's alright. They have got away. Warrior Brood took a lot of damage, but it didn't actually drop a model. Where are the... Oh. No. They're alright. The Hormagaunts are fine. I thought they wiped for a second. Shooter boys with their big shooters. Warboss having fun. Smacking around some guardsmen. Not a lot of support here from YZ. He kind of stopped. They got the Farseer too. Rough start for Revs. Lost a bunch of models. Lost one squad. And then the Farseer is down. Here comes the Guardian Weapon team. That should allow her to stabilize a bit more on that west side, the Farseer. Double CSM moving forward on the east side. They have taken a bunch of damage. Gotta be careful here. Ravener Brood with a Burrow Strike. Can they get into melee? They can. Can they get a model? They can't. And here comes Heretics with their Doom Blast. They suppressed both of them and they're staying in. I think they should have backed off there. Into the Havocs. There we go. They can't Burrow Strike again, I don't think. Yeah, they don't have the energy. And that sees them off. Maybe lost a bit more health on the heretics than they needed to. We also have a Ravener Brood for YZ. And double Raveners for Death. Here comes the first one back out of the HQ. Edging forward with the Havocs. Getting onto the power a little bit with some stuff. Can they get the generator? I don't think they will. Oh, maybe. Doesn't look like these guys are burrow striking anything. They're moving away, strangely. And they do get the generator. Well done, fellas. In the mid. Turning red-ish. War banner up again. Bunch of running away Tyranids. Did we get... No, this Termagant Brood hasn't been upgraded. These guys stay in melee for now. Can get their Barb Strangler in tier 1, of course. West side. Banshee's healthy. Gone for the aspect of strength, which gives the Exarch a fancy spear in tier 2 if they get one. Lord Commissar's getting kitted out. Carapace armor makes Inspire Courage better. And Aura of Discipline. Inspire Courage is when he shoots his own fellas in the head. And they do more damage. Inspire Aura of Discipline suggests maybe we're going to see Ogryns in tier 2 since they synergize quite well. But not always the case. Warboss gets stomped and dealt with. Not sure if they can push through easily though. There's a bunch of stuff there in the right side. It's red. And look at this assist from Lokyo. Going to get a full power bash, I think. There's nothing here. Support now from the Tenso. All the blue team go tier 2. But look at this Flix with the Blood Crusher on the way. And that's going to do some work. Going to do like a minute of work maybe. Let me see how much damage you can do before anti-vehicle stuff starts to appear on this east side. Lord Commissar got a bit close. There's a good grenade launcher from the Catacombs disrupting 2 squads. Doing the right thing here, Tenso. Not pushing it. Not overextending without his ally here. And here come the Tyranids to reinforce. CSM getting their Eternal War. Havocs getting out of the garrison. We have Eternal War on these guys too. And here is the Blood Crusher. It's a Bloodletter riding a Juggernaut. It's got demon. It's a demon with vehicle armor. So you can worship it for great benefit. Maybe we'll see some there in the back lines. Not sure why the Commissar's pushing against this Havoc squad inside the garrison. That wasn't too great. Now he's off the field. How much red does Def have? Not enough to spawn a quick Tyrant Guard. Blood Crusher should be leading a charge through here. They obviously can't see what we can see in terms of anti-vehicle not being on the field. But should have been a bit more aggressive with the Blood Crusher, I think. Especially after they saw off the Lord Commissar. Here we go. Orks are dackering things. Sluggers do not have a knob queued up. Brood Nest is down. Shoot the boys almost whacked. They do get away barely. A little bit sluggish joining the fight there, the Chaos fellas. And now they're getting in a little bit of trouble. They kind of came in drips and drabs there. And CSM looks like they all tried to get into melee or something. Now's not the time to try that. Are they going to escape? Looks like they are. Doom Blast and some Havocs with the suppression. 393 to 406. It's a Wraith Lord for Revs. It's an anti-vehicle with Death and YZ with a Tyrant Guard. Maybe they called it in. Improved synapses up as well. What about you? Nothing on Alonso. Ravener Brood backing away. Looks like the blue team are going to take back the east side. Chimera up here for the Tenso. Support vehicle that allows you to reinforce around it. And also get inside. Down goes Alonso, the Hive Tyrant. Chaos Lord getting some good XP here, I think. But does have to flee. Almost level 2. Instantly revived by the Lord Commissar. Heresy of the highest order. Also, blue team's VP got decapped during all of that. Here's a Tyrant Guard of YZ. 2,500 hit points of super heavy infantry armor. It's a tough old thing, although Eldar can do a hell of a lot of damage to that with power weapons and Dark Reapers and Fire Dragons. We'll see how that goes. Here's the Wraith Lord. Gone for the shoulder-mounted Bright Lance. Sees off the tank busters. Some worship for the Blood Crusher here. Looks like it took a shot or two maybe from a Bright Lance. And we do have some Plague Marines. Tough infantry, slow moving, but they do have a missile launcher, which the Wraith Lord will want to avoid. He's out of there. Maybe get some shots on the Chimera then. Missile launcher is in for the Sentinel too. Cracked missiles doing some good work to the Blood Crusher. Really good work. Might need to be something they get into the fight late. Do we see any Markov Zinch? We do. Double Markov Zinch for the CSM. They'll do so much damage focused on that Sentinel. Down goes the Blood Crusher. Didn't do a whole lot. I mean, it forced some anti-vehicle purchases, which does have value. We'll see if the red team can maybe flood them with infantry now. No, I was going to say no war gift for the Chaos Lord, but here comes some Lightning Claws. Keeping the suppression for now, nothing wrong with that. They didn't get the full power, but they decapped the wreck point, they got some of the power. Did some good work, the blue team there. We got the Xenos Power Claw up for the Lord Commissar, almost level 4, he's done some work. Wraith Lord needs a little bit of repairs. There's a whole bunch of red stuff, including a Venom Cannon Hive Tyrant. This is Rolando. And they dealt with the Chimera pretty fast. Maybe the Lord Commissar should have tied up the Hive Tyrant, but the Tyrant Guard was there also doing damage. We do have Thorax Swarm and Barb Strangler, which also helped against the Chimera, I'm sure. Tyranid on Tyranid action here, which does happen in the lore, I think. They'll like have, if two fleets run into each other, they'll fight to see who's the strongest, and then they'll just absorb the other one. Stormtroopers on the way for the Tenso. War truck in the background there supporting this red stuff. It's a good push by the blue team all the way through to the VP. Red team are taking the east side though. Don't think they're going to get a decap here. Banshee's now running it onto the Hormagaunts and messing them up. Big swing there from the Wraith Lord too, which is getting repairs in the middle of all this. Warboss is not happy. He's gone for his Power Claw. 95 DPS heavy melee. One of the most powerful commander weapons. Melee weapons anyway. But it is just raw DPS. You don't get any abilities or anything with the Power Claw. Okay. We are going to get a full cap here. Look at this. Did not expect them to be able to see them off. Red team are pushing the east side completely though. Chaos Lord getting some XP. Smacking up the node. He's got his Icon of Khorne health on hit, which synergizes well with the fast attacking Lightning Claws, which do a hell of a lot of damage in their own right. Raveners choosing not to reinforce off the war truck. Blue team now pushing the east side. He's kind of isolated here, Flix. Yeah, Chaos Lord can't stand around long against that. Don't think he's going to get away actually. Banshees are good chasers. Tank Buster Barrage goes in. Now some Hormagaunts trying to get in amongst the Orks there. That wasn't a good plan. Wraith Lord's done really well. 375, 313. Tier 3 for YZ, the first player to go. They're a little bit depleted, but this is recoverable for Tyranids. Some real heavy hitters in Tier 3. Carnifexes galore, they're so versatile. Farseer is just hanging out over here, is she? What's she up to? Got her Spirit Stones. This Hive Tyrant's not going to last long. And blue team are maybe going to get a triple cap here. Red team kind of had a bit of a haphazard tier 2, haven't they? More Stormtroopers for the Tenso. Tier 3 all around for the red team. Death also goes. So it looks like they chose a lighter tier 2 and a quicker tech. We'll see if it pays off. Wraith Lord hits level 2. See, it does have natural health regen because it's made of Wraithbone or something, Eldar weirdness. Neurothrope on the way for YZ. Good at dealing with masses of infantry. There we saw Inspire Courage on those fellas. Surprised they didn't try and focus the Lord Commissar there. Now they are, now that he's close. In a 3v3, when you've got multiple players, got to focus those commanders. They can do so much for the enemy team. And when you've got multiple players shooting at them, they go down fast. Level 3 Warboss strolling around the east. Is he going to get... Oh, he's getting revived. Levels him up to 4. Hold on. Chaos Lord probably needs to run. Red team making steady progress through the mid. They're going to get the east side back. Look at this. It was a quick triple though, wasn't it? 363 to 266. Still very much within striking distance. Here is the Neurothrope. There's one on the way for death as well. Kicking off in the mid now. There's that Psychic Storm from the Farseer. Might see some grenades from the Stormtroopers moving in there. Paroxysm goes up. Big old firefight. Wraithbone keeping its distance, needs to be focusing the War Drug, I think, with that Bright Lance. Maybe it's trying to. Some friendly fire with that grenade on the Wraith Lord, actually. Or did he get stunned by it? Oh, maybe it was a Thorax Swarm. I think it was. Still doesn't seem to be shooting at the War Truck. He seems to be targeting it, but it's just not cooperating with Revs over there. Can he take out those sluggers? Oh, one good hit. Might have taken out a few of them. Well done, the blue team pushed right back, but straight back onto the VP. Death's Venom Brood do have the ranged Synapse, which is buffing the damage of the Raveners. Eldritch Storm from Revs. Messed up some stuff, but I think there could have been a better opportunity. It did. Oh, it didn't. It knocked the Hive Tyrant off. I thought it was going to allow the cap to happen. So that improved Synapse for both of them now. 359 to 265. Warboss messes up his angry bits. Now he's really angry and has to run away. Just charged into the node there a little bit and got hung up on it. Charging can be finicky, because there are some objects that just won't crush. Not even heavy crush will get through them. I mean, nodes are obvious, but there are some not quite as obvious things you can't get through. Like this thing. That thing won't crush. There are other certain rocks and stuff you can't get through. Experience and all that. Nob Squad on the way for Lokyo. Land Raider Phobos for Flix. And Tenso, the last to go tier 3. YZ is floating requisition like crazy. I guess they don't have any power to buy. It's often not worth getting basic tier 1 infantry up in late game like this. A lot of people wonder, a lot of viewers that don't actually play, they see players floating tons of resources in tier 3 and not getting, like say, hey, why don't I want to get a bunch of Hormagaunts or something? It's because they just die. Marines, maybe you can make a case for getting Marines out if you're floating wreck, because they'll do a job for you maybe. But generally, you want something that's going to affect the game, and that's generally a tier 3 unit. It's going to come out and do some work. At least a tier 1 unit, tier 2 unit, sorry. Paroxysm. And we saw a Cataclysm from this guy. Warboss is pissed. Trying to get on those Raveners. Smack. They're in a bad place, these guys. Now just charges through. Goes straight for the Neurothrope. Got a hit. Could turn around and take out Alonso here. What's he suppressed by? Oh, took a burst from the Guardian Weapon team. 357 to 235. Farseer mixing it up with the Neurothrope. I don't think he has a melee attack. No, like the Zone Thrope. Can't tie him up, he'll still shoot. And this guy actually gets health back if his basic attack lands. Which is handy. Cataclysm on retreat almost finished off the Farseer. Mob squad maybe can do it. Nope. Well-timed shotgun blast from the Catachans maybe saved her. Mob squad didn't actually lose a model and they run away. We've got plasma guns now for the guardsmen. Good for the heavy infantry armor of the Nob squad. For both of those guys, and up to 12 models as well. So they're reinforcing 3 at a time and dumping out actually quite respectable damage when they're fully upgraded like that. Trade pretty well since they reinforce so much easier than everything else. Can a blue team get on this VP maybe? For the Hive Mind? There we go. 2-1 for red. They were put on the back foot a little bit, but since they got tier 3 they've stabilised. We got a Barbed Strangler Carnifex, Nob squad and a Phobos. That's a diverse amount of threats that the blue team need to deal with now. We've got Lehman Russ and Fire Prism. Oh, nobody's able to get the east side. I think you can get it, fellas. Looks like Alonso is going for it, maybe. He's got his Crushing Claws out, ready to roll. So that Hormaglots are going for the cap. These guys are trying to pin back the red team so they can't stop it. Here's a Nob squad, though. And they will do some work for you. Going straight after the Hive Tyrant. Look at the damage they did on one. That was like one swing from the Nob squad. Each model. And almost half his health was gone. Down goes Alonso. Warboss is faring better at the moment. Almost level 5. Blue team did get the VP. 333 to 217. There's that Fire Prism. Long range fire support. And there's some fire if you want some long range fire support. Let the galaxy burn. Lehman Russ goes for the very popular Vanquisher. Needs to try and hit the Carnifex though, but you know, got to try and keep your maximum range because this guy will pump out some anti-vehicle damage. Not to mention the Phobos. Stormtroopers need to be careful. They're trying to get around for a grenade here. Standing and shooting in a moment. Taking some damage is the Lehman Russ. Yeah, there's quite a lot of anti-vehicle they could bring to bear here. Tyranid stuff, you got the Plague Marines and the Phobos. Up goes a bunker. I don't think it's upgraded yet. That repair is from a Guardsman. Down goes the Wraithlaw. Not sure what that guy was trying to do. Should have stayed back and shot the Bright Lance, I think. Maybe Revs just wants to free up some population for more Fire Prisms. Here's another one. Another Paroxysm there. Both the Neurothrope still alive. Don't think anyone's going to push through the mid right now, but red team have the east side and the Orks are pushing through. Don't have a great answer to the Nob squad. I mean, look how much damage they have soaked up. There's Paroxysm. That'll do a lot of damage, and I do think it slows you down a little bit, but not enough to stop that Nob squad getting forward. There you saw Absorb Life from the Neurothrope as well. It's one of the ways it can gain energy back. There it is, leeching energy from the Warboss, which I'm sure hasn't pissed him off at all. Paroxysm again. Followed up by a Cataclysm, maybe, or not quite. These guys can now break their retreat because they've got Commissars. Looks like we do have a repair bunker. Looks like they're just going back to HQ to actually reinforce and stuff. Fair enough. Chaos Terminators on the field now for Flix. Got their autocannons up. Look at these rosters, you guys. Everyone's basically full of stuff. A lot of damage on the Carnifex. Almost finished off the Lehman Russ with the Bioplasma there. That would have been awesome. You count on one hand how many times I've seen a Bioplasma destroy a vehicle in 2,000 something casts. Orks are stabilizing the east side. Are they going to be needed in mid because blue team are tripling here? Got to react to this Lokyo. They are reacting. You can see on the minimap. Phobos is being hunted though. Look at the Banshee Exarch all alone for some reason. I know they're strangely split up, but down goes the Phobos without her assistance. And the Terminator's getting absolutely wrecked here. Wow. How do you still have two models, fellas? Looks like they're maybe going to get away. Raveners are actually chasing them. Crippling Poison might have saved them there. Here comes the Nob Squad and some CSM. Raveners actually fall. Piranha formation. Almost took out the war truck. Took out some walls and stuff. Terminators do survive, but that was a rough fight for Flix. Can blue team pounce now? Didn't quite get through to the VP there. We have Gravity Blade for the Farseer. That's going to help deal with the knobs. Paroxysm doesn't really do anything against vehicles. It's psychic damage. Don't think you're going to get a decap here, Mrs. Farseer. Yeah, you need to run away. Too much DACA for you. Alonso's still down over there. Chaos Lord is also down. Where are you? You're over there. Pretty even on the VPs. 211 to 200. Two Carnifexes now lumbering around though for YZ. What have they gone for? A Venom Cannon and a Barbed Strangler. Death also has one. Gone for the Venom Cannon, the anti-vehicle ranged option. Or anti-large target. And they've got quite a lot over here. One of the Fire Prisms was lost. Revs is saving for an Avatar, it looks like. Big frontline unit. Gonna be useful. Can disrupt the hell out of the knobs, but might take a hell of a lot of damage very quickly. What are you fellas up to? Are you bashing power? Looks like they are indeed bashing power, kind of, maybe. Avatar of Cain is on the way for Revs. Another Carnifex. There's a Rocks from Lokyo. Made everything move. Oh, did a lot of damage to Lehman Russ as well and took it out. That is value, I think. Lehman Russes are a massive pain in the arse to deal with. 2-1 cap for the red team. Despite those losses for Flix, they are staying solid in the mid. And blue team are really not contesting the east side at all right now. Trying to bully the mid with kind of a triple going. Yeah, it's a full triple. But Lokyo is keeping some stuff in the mid as well, I think. Yeah, the knobs are in the mid. There's that levitation field. Even lifts a big old Hive Tyrant in here. Look at that. Warboss, is he just charging through to the VP? Oh, he's going for the Chaos Lord. Level 6, this guy's done well. Got some commandos up. Back at base at the moment. Warboss is, I think, going for the VP. Having a look at it at least. Big open spaces in the mid is pretty good for tanks. Seer Council for Revs up. Power melee squad, a bunch of warlocks basically that can jump on you. Terminator is taking a lot of damage potentially from those paroxysms. 128 to 200. Bit of damage pumped out there by this Venom Cannon on that war truck. It's a pretty late war truck. And why not? Stormtroopers have done well. They're already right now. Oh, they're going for a decap under infiltration. They might get it as well. Not easy to spot that stuff when you're trying to look at other parts of the map and stuff. There's the Avatar. Haven't seen it do any cool stuff yet, but it can do cool stuff, I promise. They did not get a decap. The Orks were live to it. Going top with melee, says Revs. By melee they mean Seer Council and Avatar. Looks like the Seer Council got distracted a bit. So it's a massive running battle in the mid. Nobody's been able to push through for a few minutes now. We saw the blue team get on this VP a bunch of times. We haven't seen the red team get through much at all. Terminator's getting wrecked again. Getting caught in that paroxysm. Where are they now? Where did they teleport to? Oh, right here. One model had under 40 hit points there, but does get away. Going to cost 50 power each to reinforce though. Neurothrope getting suppressed. Not something you see all that often. 79 to 200. Red team gonna lose their natural though. Blue team really are focusing the mid, aren't they? Oh, they got a decap. Just as I say that, they got a decap. But not a cap. What are you up to, ladies? Misplay here by Revs. Should be capping that victory point. Now I think they're moving to cap it. Down goes a war truck. Not sure what it was doing here. Wasn't even carrying anything. He might have just gone out of control and drove for ages. Another war truck on the way. Another Land Raider Phobos on the way. Maybe just get some las cannons up. Las cannons are pretty good. Just Havoc las cannons. They'll snare stuff. A little bit more inconspicuous on the Phobos. And I mean, what is it? Oh, they got a Baneblade to deal with now. They got a low health Carnifex and a Fire Prism in terms of vehicles. Soon gonna have a Baneblade to deal with as well, though. So maybe that Phobos will work out. Just feel like it's gonna be targeted and set upon a bit too easily. Especially with potential Eldritch Storms and stuff. Farseer barely gets away healing herself with these spiritual rites and then puts Guide on the Seer Council and lets them go in. They do a lot of damage to a Nob squad. They'll also take a lot of damage, but they got the Avatar support here. Yeah, Nobs are getting kind of wrecked. There's a Wailing Doom. It's a good hit, really good hit. Bits of Orks now. Ard boys on the Nob squad. They are getting... Oh, they're reinforcing off the war truck, are they? Seer Council saw off some tank busters. There's the Wrath of Cain. Might want to go after the war truck, Mr. Avatar. Just trying to kill valuable Nob models, I suppose. It's doing well, but it's going to go down, I think. Yeah, killed a lot of Nobs, but they are reinforcing quickly enough to survive. And look at that, the Avatar actually does knockback with its death explosion. I don't believe it does damage, but it does knock you back. East side is uncapped. Get the truck, says Revs. He knows what's up. Banshees, I think, are going to take it. And they do take it. Where's the Baneblade? It's mid for now. There's the Phobos. Chased by Tyranids, but should be okay. Big chunks of damage from that Barb Strangler. If it hits all models, it's a big problem. Doesn't matter how tough your infantry is. It's nasty. Level 2 Carnifex here. The Phobos going to chase. It's not very good at chasing. It's pretty slow. Blue team looking pretty good right now. Lokyo, yeah, starved of requisition. Had a lot of stuff to reinforce in that fight. Another Fire Prism on the way from Revs. How level did this guy get? Level 3. Might be hard to cap up here now because of this Fire Prism. Don't really have... I mean, a Tank Buster Barrage and these guys could bring down a Fire Prism pretty fast. At level 3, it still only has half the hit points of a level 1 Leman Russ. Some friendly knockback on the Banshees there, I think. Who I think are going to need to run. They need to replace their Exarch, that's for sure. They got level 4, these ladies. There's that levitation field. Blue team are pushing through the mid. Tyranids formation here. Imperial Abyss from Flix. It's all kicking off. They are retaining their VP for now. Those Terminators in the thick of it again. Seen them soak up ungodly amounts of damage. Heretics on the way now to repair this Phobos, I suppose. Warboss might fall, but not before they get the Farseer down. Looks like they're going to be okay now. The lightning bolt you see there is use your choppers, a buff that the Warboss has from his global bar. Can the Seer Council finish him? No. They're going for the VP. Or rather the the commandos on the VP. There's Love the Dakado. Great disruption. Did not throw out their burner bomb. They might do it if something tried to cap maybe. No, they're out there. Suppression from aiming. What's that? Still kicking off in the mid. Another bunker. Looks like it's a medical bunker. You see the green hexagons for health regen. Also allows it to reinforce off it. 74-153. Never-ending fight in the mid. Looks like the blue team are getting on the eastern VP now. There's repairs going in. This kind of effects needs to just march back to heal up. Looks like this guy's maybe healthy enough to stay here. These Terminators are kind of beat up. They might want to march back to heal up. Teleport back maybe. But they can go down fast if they're focused. Even Terminators can in 3v3. Lots of repairs for the Baneblade. And they are... looks like they're not going to sit on this. They're going for maybe a double cap, trying to get a decap over here. It's a good grenade. Messed up those CSM. But that Barb Strangler really messed up the Stormtroopers. I'm surprised they didn't retreat when they saw it in the air. Really are going for it here, the blue team. I guess they are not comfortable having this amount of VPs without getting a double cap or a triple cap. It's risky. Revs just lost something. There's an Eldritch Storm. And it doesn't hit the Warboss. Look at that. It did hit the Carnifex. Baneblade is very, very far up here. Terminator took a whole bunch of damage. Commissar going after them. Look at this. Can they take it out? They can. And gets a sync kill. Well done, fella. What level are you now? Level 7. Give him a medal. Just ignore all the heresy stuff. He killed a Terminator. Warboss taking a lot of damage here. Looks like it's okay for now. Oh, the Commissar went down. Dragged into the jaws of a Carnifex. And flung backwards, so he's even harder to revive now. But they got the double cap. Maybe even a triple. Oh, it's a knob squad, maybe not. Autark called in. What is she doing? You need to run away, lady. Or jump away, or something. Just away. There we go. Here's some flash kits now for Lokyo. Could never get the rec point for a second knob squad. The requisition, I mean. Now that he has enough, he goes for flash kits instead. Chaos Lord almost level 5. 1-to-1 cap. Red team are getting a natural back, and they got the east side. This Carnifex gonna live. Looks like maybe. Yeah. Orlando over here gonna get quite close to it. There goes Alonso, who's got his Psychic Scream. Going after the enemy Hive Tyrant. That's a lot of stuff over there. A lot of stuff. You see his health being drained by the Neurothrope there. Which gives the Neurothrope some energy regen. Repair bunker doing some good work. Rocks on the webway, and it should take out that medical bunker. Yes, it does. A lot of damage to the elves as well. Elves. To the Eldar. Well done, Lokyo. Level 9 Warboss. Where are those flash kits at? They're going east side. Have their default snaz guns at the moment. These guys just loitering around. He could be decapping stuff or something. The war rages in mid. Never ending. Argos firefight. The gates are completely destroyed. It's now just Argus Desert. Another bunker went up over there. Avatar for Revs. The first one did okay. And here's some more Chaos Terminators for Flix. Getting revenge on the Commissar there. Seeing him up. But look how much damage they're taking. Demolisher Cannon going in. 28 to 83. Baneblade actually done really well. Carnifex taken down by a knob squad. Does this thing knock you back when it explodes? I guess we won't find out. I don't think it does. It looks like it should. Kind effects of Alonso, the Hive Tyrant Alonso goes down. Let the Galaxy burn. There's bioplasmas, there's paroxysms, there's so many guns being fired. Eastern VP is uncapped right now. As soon as Lokyo leaves it to come help mid, gets taken. But Orks are retaking it. Farseer hanging out. Should probably go and mess these guys up, Mrs. Farseer. Or not. More paroxysm. Those poor Terminators. 15 to 83. Tyrant formation now. But look at the blue team. Down to 12 VPs. The Tenso loses the Baneblade back there. Just after I said it was doing well. Of course. Avatar eats there's an electro shock rubs there. Just trying to put pressure on and keep stuff away from the VP. So Wailing Doom. Decent little hit. Can they get this capped? And they're on the east side as well as Tenso coming over it with some Tyranid allies getting decapped. Well done, the blue team. This is a pretty clutch push here. In goes a rocket run from Tenso. Some good hits. Some good kills. Plague Marines barely getting away. Double cap for the blue team. They're going to get a triple. But for how long? Big old spiritual right heel there from the Farseer. Nob squad now going for a decap. They got a brief triple. They're going to get them down. And it's still going to be a 2-1 even when they cap it. Oh, having to dodge the grenade. And the Burrow Strike was coming in as well, just to disrupt them. And look at that, they're not staying there. Oh, Chaos Lord's going to cap. Level 4 guardsmen with plasma guns can hurt you. Another Carnifex on the way. No idea how many Carnifexes that has been. 12 to 10. Looks like the blue team have this, but what is this? Termagants should be decapping. Looks like they've run out of time. And the blue team take it. What an epic struggle in the mid that was. For basically like 20 minutes straight or something, just the fights in the mid. So many things lost, so many things missed, I'm sure, by me. Hive Tyrant got level 5 Alonso, we got a level 7 Commissar. I was going for Emperor's Wrath at the end, or maybe he was switching back to it. Level 8 Farseer. We have a level 8 Hive Tyrant over here. This is Rolando. Lokyo got a level 10 Warboss. Knows how to smash things good. And Flix the Chaos Lord, level 7. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.